10 years ago, this was already a nice historical home on a great block, but in the decades since, it has really bloomed. It's expanded with the addition of an entire lot on the side that is all new garden space as well as a flower-filled conservatory we'll see in a bit. But it has also been filled with light and color and life, as well as blooms. You see a stylized bloom pattern in the grillwork that was created here by the door. You see them everywhere, in the floor, in this light fixture, and this. There are blooms that bring back sort of an Art Nouveau, Art Deco period that the house might have lived through once before. It's even here in the closet doors, beautiful carved flowers in the wood. The seller here did a really great job of making this house feel special. Let's talk to her for a minute. Kemry Bloom is the seller of this house, the person who created all of what I've described. And Kemry, I've already said that you've filled it with Viennese and French touches, floral patterns throughout. It's appropriate that your last name is Bloom. But one thing that surprises me is that all of this is created. 10 years ago when you moved in, you said this was just a big white bowling alley, these front several rooms. This is quite a change. Why did you do so much?
Because I wanted to bring it back to a traditional Chicago home with a warm feeling and a parlor and an entryway and a formal dining room that was typical of the period when it was built, which was 1920.
Very nice. And you used a lot of mahogany, borrowed details from lots of places. I'm in love with this floral pattern on the arms of this built-in couch. But you've also got this waterfall detail in the pilasters around the room here. Tell me a little bit about that. You borrowed those from a Chicago building.
Yes, the casino downtown was the inspiration for that for my architect, Catherine Quinn. And I love that building because of its deco feel, and so does she. So we were inspired by it.
So we have a tribute to it here, and also then in the living room, where similar look to this room with all the rich mahogany. You've got built-ins, the nice big windows bring in some light from beside, but really we've got a warm, homey feeling. Much of it is very rectilinear, but then you've got that nice sensuous curve of the stairs, and that you say was here already.
That was original. It was painted white with a pale colored wood, and so we stained the wood darker to go with the mahogany, and we painted the balusters eggplant.
Wonderful. Then we've got to talk about that wallpaper in the ante room to the powder room. Beautiful poppy print, and it's got a story to it.
Yes, my designer Jean Allen found that in New York City in a little wallpaper store. It was designed by Lelou, and there was just enough to cover that tiny space.
Then there are large spaces as well. Here at the back of the house, you've got a great big family room and breakfast area, lots of sun coming in from 2 stories of windows, and this nice kitchen, big enough to do anything you need in, and so light. If darker and more intimate is the tone of the front of the house, back here it would be sunnier and lighter. You've got the nice white cabinets, beautiful, wonderful textured tile, and then you've got copper countertops and a granite island whose green is the patina that the copper will reach one day. So you've got this nice historical feeling, lots of space to cook, lots of space to gather here. And this is what you would have had in the original footprint of the house, but when she bought that lot next door, she managed to add some space this way that we've got to take a look at. This is the space she was able to add, this nice conservatory. It's really nicely done. Glass all around, so of course you can bring in the sky or block out the view with these mechanically operated drapes and blinds that surround us. You've got beautiful old historical looking brackets supporting the ceiling that pick up that floral motif and that finely detailed look that she's got throughout the house. From here you look out into this nice garden that surrounds us. Again, you can close it off. Look at it in any season. We've got great fall color now. In the winter, this is a really clever touch. You're still going to get to see the snow, but you're going to get to your garage because she's got snow melt paving on the walk to the garage and on the walk to the garbage. So I mentioned how the stairs curves up. It's very sensuous as it wraps its way past the 2nd floor and up here to the 3rd floor, lit by a skylight and ending at this nice balcony outside the master. And we're going to see the master in a second, but first the stairs past the 2nd floor where there are 3 children's bedrooms or family bedrooms. Each one has some nice built-ins. They look different one from the other. And the one in the back has a nice little overlook of that 2-story family room space we saw. But then you get up here to the 3rd floor, and again, you've got this nice skylight. At the back of the floor, you have an office or yoga room or something with a balcony. That balcony is closed off now. It's raining, but you'd have a nice view out over the neighborhood. You come forward past a great big dressing room, really nicely organized. And then here toward the front, you've got the master bath and the master bedroom, which you've got to come and see. I feel like I've walked into Paris or Vienna in the 20s. This room feels so relaxing. You've got the beautiful light fixture that picks up that floral motif and this great plaster medallion in the ceiling that is actually created from several medallions. Wonderful fireplace that evokes the period, but is not old, is not original. It's got this great zinc mantle, really terrific. And the one thing that really pulls the room together is these terrific padded walls, provide sound insulation, but also just gives a really great look with a flower pattern stitched into it. This room is terrific, and you go from here into a bathroom that is phenomenal. It's got a skylight above, and then it's got the etched glass windows, beautiful, rich green tile, and then these copper fixtures, the sinks and the tub, big copper soaking tub. You know, if this house is about looking Art Nouveau, I think that bathroom is about elevating bathing to an art form.